Most advertisers have no business touching a $100 cost per click. Not because you're dumb, but because the math is. In personal injury, insurance, loans, Google isn't a traffic source. It's a sorting machine that punishes anyone who shows up with weak economics. So in this video, I'm going to walk through why most people should stay out of $100 CPC markets, and how to know if you are one of the few that should enter these markets. If you get this wrong, you don't test Google Ads, you just subsidize the people who did their homework. Let's start with a thing that nobody wants to talk about when they're ready to start a new campaign. Unit economics. If we can't make the math work on paper, nothing you do in the interface will save you. Now pretend you're in a personal injury niche, paying $100 per click. Now let's say you're actually pretty good and you receive a 10% click to lead conversion rate. That means it takes 10 clicks to get one lead. 10 clicks at $100 is already $1,000 to get that lead. Now let's say your intake team is really solid and manages to close 20% of those leads into cases. So 5 leads to get one client. Now 5 leads at $1,000 a pop means you're paying $5,000 to get a new client. Now this is the everything is working scenario. If your conversion rate is worse and your sales process is sloppy, if you're still figuring out your intake, that number goes from 5K to 10K to we actually don't know how much it costs to acquire a new client because we're just burning through money. So the first question is not, should I try Google Ads? It's, do we have a business that can profitably absorb a 5 to 10K customer acquisition cost? If the lifetime value does not comfortably dwarf that, Google search in these niches is the wrong game. So what does comfortably dwarf actually mean? If a single client is worth 2K to you over a lifetime and it costs 5K to acquire them, that's not a problem. That's physics. Now in certain industries like personal injury, insurance, and loans, it's normal for a single client to be worth tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands over the full relationship. That's why they can pay $100 per click and not freak out. If your average client value is low, your margins are tight, and you need cheap leads just to break even, you are stepping into a cage match with people who can lose more per day than you can lose in a single month and still sleep fine. So the first filter is simple. If you cannot write down on paper a believable path where customer lifetime value divided by customer acquisition cost is at least 3 to 1, and you can actually eat the